guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Sierra, and this video is going to be about A Stranger in the House by Shari LaPena. I love me a Shari LaPena book, okay? I love me a quick little mystery book. And this book is like really tiny in terms of like size. Like it's a small book, but it's so good. And so this follows Karen and Tom. They're a married couple. And the thing is, Karen got into a car accident. She was speeding down the street in part of a neighborhood that no one is usually there. No, well, anybody affluent wouldn't go there. And she ends up having some memory issues. So she doesn't remember how she got there. She doesn't remember the accident. At least that's what she's telling the police. Tom had came home at the beginning of the story. The light was on, the lights were off, which is abnormal. Usually there's a light on. The door was unlocked. He goes to the kitchen, and clearly Karen had ran out in the middle of doing something, so she never finished her task. And normally Karen always locks the door. So he's like, oh, where's my wife go? So he's trying to call around and see what happened to her. He ends up going across the street to the neighbor Bridget's house, being like, hey, have you seen my wife? Like, where did Karen go? And that's when he finds out about the accident. He goes to her, and that's when things start to spiral. The police find a dead body in one of the restaurants. And so things kind of get weird. What, Layla? Oh, the car girl? Anyway, she's weird. And so things take a turn for the worse. This is when Karen and Tom start to second guess each other. They stop trusting each other. Things get really weird. Somehow Bridget is involved. I don't want to give it away, but if you're intrigued, you should read it. What did I like about the story? I love Shari LaPena's writing style. Shari LaPena and Lisa Joel, to me, have similar writing styles, especially because they both write mystery thriller. So it's very quick paced. It's very like straight to the point. We don't have a whole lot of extra bullshit in between. It's very much just like, he said blah 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 blah, this, she said that. Like, it's very straightforward, and I like that, because I'm like, I need to pick up the pace, because I feel like a lot of thriller and mystery books, they're more conversation pieces than it is like non-dialogue paragraphs. They're more dialogue based, because, you know, it's a mystery. You're trying to figure out what the secret is, who's lying, who's telling the truth, who, you know, where this person was, does it align with this, X, Y, and Z. So you need more like exposition. You need, not exposition, but you need more conversations to really know what the hell is happening, what happened, who was where. More than anything else, like, obviously all these characters are very suspicious of each other because it's a mystery thriller novel. Like, why would somebody be completely trusting? Otherwise it wouldn't be a mystery thriller novel, unless if it's like some Stockholm syndrome stuff or somebody ends up dead within 2 seconds. But other than that, like, it's very straightforward, and I really like that. I also love that the book was short. I was flipping through them pages left and right. I said, okay, I was done, baby. Okay, that book was quick with it. Okay, also, just like with Shari LaPena's writing style, it very much reads straight up like a crime documentary, or like, not a documentary, but like a crime movie. So literally, you get like the perspective of Karen, you get the perspective of Tom real quick, but then you also jump to chapters for the detectives and how they're solving the case and everything. So everything flows very well. It's very much just like very succinct, very straightforward, and how the story progresses. There's also still like some elements, obviously, of like twists and turns in there that you're not expecting. You know, there's characters that are really weird, that you don't expect things to turn out a certain way. And so, yeah, that's what happens in the book, and that's how things navigate with them, and how, like, the writing style that I really like about Shari LaPena's books. I have no, like, qualms with the story whatsoever. However, there's one part of it where I was just like, okay, do we really need that? And that is something Bridget is part of. If you read the book, then you might know what I'm talking about. If you have not, please read it first. I really like the story. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust one of them. None of them. Even Karen. There were parts of the times where I didn't trust Karen, not a lick of sense. We understand later on what happened, who this man is, and what, just everything of what happened. And I'm like, I feel for her, but at the same time, girl, I'm like, this feels like a little bit too like straightforward for me. I feel like there's some extra mess in there. And even then also with the very twist at the very end, I was like, there's still more to it. She's giving me, if you watch Ginny and Georgia, she's giving me Georgia. If you know, you know. If you haven't read A Stranger in the House, then you might not completely fully understand it. But she's giving me Georgia. Like, out of 100%, she's giving me like 60% Georgia. Like, that's how strong I feel about Karen and her motives in life. Like, very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. I will say that. I really, really like this story. I recommend it to everyone to check it out. It's a quick read. You will not be sitting there all day. You're going to be like, and then what? And then what? And then what? Then by the time you get done with the book, you're going to be like, ooh, okay, interesting. But that's how I feel about the book. If you are intrigued, please like the video, comment below if you've read the book, if you want to chat about it a little bit. And until next time, stay magical. Bye. Mwah.